It's been a huge 12 months for 20 Talk, and what we're going to do right now is we're going to go over our impact, our media, our training, our 20 Hours of 20 Talk, all the statistics that we've been putting together over the last 12 months. But before we do that, we want to tell a little bit about what we are at 20 Talk.
So 20 Talk is a youth mental health charity. We focus on media and training, educating young adults all around Australia on how to better manage their mental health.
Our vision here at 20 Talk is to be the most relatable mental health charity of the 21st century.
For those of you who don't know, 20 Talk was born out of tragedy in 2017 when Leighton and myself lost two of our best mates to suicide, and when we realised that the current mental health and wellbeing education that was available to us just wasn't relatable. So we decided to try and create a platform that young people could engage with and could find relatable resources to help with their wellbeing. Mental health maintenance is a one-day training course that 20 Talk developed in-house, where we worked with specialists from across Australia to look at the 12 different dimensions that influence our wellbeing. So a big reason why we're taking on so many trainers is that in the last 12 months, we've gone from just providing training to the public in Notre Dame to providing training to Curtin University, Murdoch University, and both South and North Metro TAFEs. This has allowed us to complete over 15 training sessions, which means about 250 students have been trained up with mental health maintenance or mental health first aid. On top of our full day training, we've also been running some adapted versions. So these have been lunch and learns everywhere from Kalgoorlie to Esperance to Exmouth. We've also been running presentations in schools as well, where we've been previewing different types of media, but also running through this adapted mental health maintenance version, allowing students to start to understand this kind of focus and benefit from putting some work into our wellbeing. Over the last 12 months, we've probably reached at least 600 to 700 school kids up and down the WA coast.
In terms of the media space, we've reached over 2 million people online through TikTok, through Instagram, interviewed over 94 people with lived experience stories. We've interviewed 17 mental health professionals. That's even prompted us to fly over east to interview professionals over there. We've also done a mini-series on construction. We did a mini-series on FIFO. We've been taken out to Exmouth to do media, to do training. On top of that, we also went out to Kalgoorlie, Esperance down south. We've really been taken out into these rural areas, and what we've noticed is there's a lot of people out there feeling quite isolated and not having the resources to actually connect to their mental health. So we really want to start reaching out to these rural areas a lot more moving forward. One of the really incredible things, the hallmark things I think for us this year, was our Breaking Open documentary. We created a documentary with 8 pro surfers, including Taj Burrow, Bronte McCauley, Jay Davies, these really big names, and we got them on board to share their unique mental health story. It reached over 200,000 people online through social media, and it's drummed up a huge interest in the Southwest for young people to start talking about their mental health. And it is crazy how much people are looking to get behind this documentary. So we're actually filming another documentary at the moment, and that's actually about anxiety in young people, specifically young women. So this investigation is going to be looking into this story, looking into what's happening and what young people can do to manage their anxiety. We're planning to screen this in schools all around Australia. In the last 12 months, we also released 3 professional grade mental health awareness ads. One of these ads has actually been put up for an award. It's called Your Problems Are Enough. And there's a lot of young people, a lot of young men especially, that connect to this ad and started going to therapy because they saw it. There's hundreds of comments of people saying, wow, that actually made a big difference for me. What's been really helpful for us at 20 Talk over the last year is getting this new office in Fremantle. We've now got a podcast studio. How good is that? This studio has been able to help us take our professional, capacity to the next level. We've also got a full recording studio in there and a training room. What we've been able to achieve with this new funding to be able to afford this place is special. In My World is a podcast that my dad and I started pretty much because we wanted to interview people about their mental health stories in a long form discussions and mine these little gold nuggets of mental health wisdom And what we're hearing from society and the community that are listening to this podcast is that they're actually finding a lot of knowledge and tools and skills that they can use for their own life. So very excited to do another few seasons of that moving forward. Physical media campaign, we have this sticker campaign where we've actually printed over 60,000 stickers, and you may see them everywhere. Needing help is normal, how are you really, and self-care slay. We're going to be continuing to make more awareness on stickers, and we're going to continue to expand this physical media campaign along with the banners that you may see that we've pinned up all the way down the southwest, in Perth, up north in Exmouth. I think we've done over about 150 in the last year, and we're planning to expand that to about 300 next year. We've even been picked up by the media with the Sunday Times talking about our documentary, talking about the Mitch Gray run. We're so thankful for all that support and for the media actually getting behind us. We actually got picked up as well by Triple J this year, and they did a 4-minute segment on 20 Talk and our 20 hours challenge that has been huge.
The 20 Hours for 20 Talk event itself initially actually started as a fundraiser, but what we've seen is that the impact that people have through going through this challenge is pretty incredible. For 20 hours, we challenge people to sit within a 2x2 metre square with nothing but a journal, a pen and a swag. So it promotes this kind of intrinsic thought, self-reflection and disconnection from our phones, things like social media. I think the 20 Hours for 20 Talk challenge is a really exciting kind of idea for Leighton and I and the rest of the 20 Talk team. We're really excited to kind of launch this in a more wider scheme across the country over the next 12 months.
So we've got 2 events planned in this year. We've got one in Sydney and one in Melbourne. We have 250 people to complete the challenge at the Claremont Showgrounds. It's going to be huge.
I think a great testimonial that we heard from the 20 Hours for 20 Talk event was a woman who, at the end of the session, when we all come together after 20 hours of silence, and this person said that 20 hours event, the way that the space was set up, the logistics behind even just registrations, it was the first time in her life that she felt truly cared for and heard. And I think that really speaks to what 20 Talk is trying to do. We're wanting to create an environment, a space, a platform where young people can feel heard, can express their needs, and can learn openly about wellbeing.
I'm Carissa.
My name is Samuel James.
I'm Molly.
I'm Gypsy.
My name's Kyle.
My name's Tara.
I'm Meg.
I think not bottling up things is so important, and just being a lot more authentic, sort of speaking about things.
So a lot of the impact that we've had over the last 12 months couldn't have been done without some of the amazing community fundraisers that we've had. So I think 2 that really stick out for me are Mitch Gray. So Mitch Gray ran 60 marathons in 60 days, all whilst working, and he managed to raise a whopping $145,000 for 20 Talk. So thanks, Mitch.
Yeah. And then also Angela Johns and the Love Lunch team, who've raised over $125,000 for 20 Talk. It was a great bunch of people from the North Beach Trig area. It's actually where we started at 20 Talk. They all came together to celebrate 20 Talk, to donate and to help us grow to the next level. So thank you so much. What we're going to be able to do from those fundraisers in the next year with universities, TAFE, and with our documentaries that we're planning on making, it's going to be powerful.
Again, every year we want to say a heartfelt thanks to Galvin's and Pipeline Techniques. These 2 organisations have been supporting 20 Talk since our very early days, and they really have been the lifeblood that have allowed us to grow and allow us the flexibility to kind of do what we want and do what we know is going to make impact. There's so many people behind the scenes that make 20 Talk work. A lot of those people might be watching this right now. So to those people who haven't been specifically mentioned, we do just want to say thank you, because the ability that you've given us to make this impact doesn't go unnoticed. So thank you very much, and we're looking forward to next year.
We've done so much over the last year. We've really narrowed down the media aspect with 2 documentaries underway. We've got training, the mental health maintenance with the universities and TAFE, and now we've got 20 Hours for 20 Talk, which is a pivotal challenge. All of these different things are going to help us grow and scale next year. We're done with figuring out what we're going to do. We're now in a scaling phase, and we're really excited to see where that goes. We know you believe in us. We know we've got the right tools and skills and programs now. It's just about getting it out to more people and helping the young people who need it the most.